Hi, my name is Amrish. You're watching Gourmet at Home. Today I will be preparing a dish with some grated paneer. I will be preparing koftas from it. Then I've got some tomatoes, green cardamom, cashew nut, cream and some fenugreek leaves. I want you to guess the name of the dish. In the meantime, I will share my experience with this recipe. Food is very subjective. It is cherished by some and some have got their opinions on it. After working as a chef, I feel if you want to master a recipe, introduce it into a catering establishment, the establishment which caters to big wedding functions and events. It will help you to master the recipe. The feedback that you will receive from masses will help you to improve your recipe and the processes behind it. The recipe that I'm going to share with you today has gone through a similar process and I have served this on numerous occasions. I'm sure you have also seen this dish on most of the wedding functions and buffet. I think you have guessed by now. Yes, it's Malai Kofta Curry. So let's start making Malai Kofta Curry. So this recipe is divided into two parts. In the first part we'll make the gravy, in the second part we'll make the kofta. I will be using pressure cooker to make my gravy. If you're making your gravy in a cooking pot, that takes a longer time. Pressure cooker saves your time. Starting with some oil, you can use any vegetable oil for this. So I have taken approximately 3 tablespoons of cooking oil. After the oil, 3 to 4 cloves of green cardamom. Now I will add sliced garlic. I have taken approximately 5 to 6 cloves of garlic. So after the garlic, I will be adding grated onions. So we will cook the onions until they are soft. So we will not caramelize the onions. Half a teaspoon of salt. Now our garlic and onions, they are soft, they are translucent. We just want to get away with the sharpness of onion and garlic. Now at this time we will add coriander powder, approximately 2 teaspoons. After coriander powder, I will add grated tomatoes. We will saute the tomatoes for 5 minutes. Then we will add turmeric powder, approximately 1 teaspoon. After turmeric powder, I will add cashew nuts, 1 green chili, 1.5 tablespoons of curd, 1 cup of water. So now we will close the pressure cooker and we'll cook the gravy until 3 whistles. So you have seen I haven't caramelized the onions, garlic, I haven't cooked the tomatoes for a long time. I am cooking these vegetables in pressure cooker. Most of you are thinking that they would have cooked these vegetables in a cooking pot. But these vegetables, onions, tomatoes, garlic, they have got fibers in them and they take long time to cook or to dissolve in a curry. And we are looking for a curry which has got a smooth and silky texture which can be comparable with cream. So that is the reason I am cooking my vegetables, onions and tomatoes in pressure cooker. After the 3 whistles, I will rest the pressure cooker for some time. So after 5 minutes, I will open the pressure cooker. So you can see the onions, tomatoes and all the garlic and the cashew nuts, the green cardamom that we have added in this pressure cooker to make that Malai Kofta gravy is cooked, and we will rest it for some more time until it's ready for blending. Now the gravy is at room temperature. This is the time we can put the gravy in a blender for blending. But we need to be very careful. If the gravy is hot, we should not put this in a blender for blending because that might cause an accident in the kitchen. Now after transferring the gravy in the cooking pot, I will add some water because the puree is quite thick in texture, so it depends upon you. If your puree is thin, no need of adding any water, but if your puree is thick, you need to add a little bit of water to it. Now we will continue the cooking for another 10 to 15 minutes. After adding the water, I will add cream, then I will add ghee, the green cardamom powder, white pepper powder, some salt. We will add some sugar to the gravy. At this stage, we will add dry fenugreek leaves. Now our gravy is ready, so it means our first part is finished. Now coming to the second part, let's start making the koftas. Now for this I have got some grated paneer, grated potatoes, green cardamom powder, white pepper powder, assorted nuts and saffron. Now when we are making the koftas, it's very important that we should start with grated paneer and grated potatoes. If we have the paneer which is mashed, or if we have the potatoes which are mashed, it will be very difficult for us to mix them, and we will have the lumps of potatoes or paneer coming in the kofta. So you will not have that creamy texture in the kofta when you will fry them. Now I will transfer the paneer in the mixing bowl, and in this recipe I have used a ratio of 1:5, where if you have got 1 kg of paneer, you will use approximately 200 grams of grated potatoes. The purpose of adding the grated potatoes to paneer is that it will hold the paneer, and when you are frying your paneer in the hot oil, they will not disintegrate. So it will basically help as a binder. Now I am adding the potatoes. After adding the potatoes, I will add white pepper powder, green cardamom powder, then I will add salt. After the salt, I will add sugar, and now I will add a pinch of baking soda in this. Now this will help me to make the koftas lighter in weight, otherwise your koftas will be very dense. Now this is the time we have to mash the mixture, because now our potatoes are perfectly incorporated with the paneer. After mixing all the ingredients, I will just separate a small lump of mixture on the side, and I will add raisins, sliced almonds and a teaspoon of saffron water. And this will be the stuffing for the koftas. Also, when we are pressing the mixture, we have to make sure there should not be any cracks on the surface. If there are cracks on the surface, then the oil will seep inside the kofta and they will break inside the oil. Now another important thing, after making the koftas, we need to rest them in a refrigerator, because we have mashed the paneer. So the paneer is soft now. So if you're putting the soft paneer in the hot oil, again they will disintegrate. So now the oil is hot. At this stage we'll fry the koftas. The koftas are ready, the curry is ready. Before we start plating the kofta curry, let me try the curry. Trust me, if you will try this recipe in your kitchen, you will experience what I'm going through now. It's amazing. So we will first place the koftas in a serving dish. Then I will spoon the curry on the koftas, and I will garnish the koftas with some grated paneer, some mozzarella cheese and some sliced almonds, raisins, saffron. So we'll garnish the malai kofta curry with some seasonal greens, and then cream, crushed fenugreek leaves. So here is my malai kofta curry. Hope you have enjoyed watching this recipe. We have mainly focused on the cooking process of the vegetables that we have used in this, and that has given us some of the excellent result in this recipe. I am sure you will try this recipe in your kitchen. Looking forward to see you again with another interesting recipe on Gourmet at Home.